Hello and welcome to my channel. I am San Day Fun, and today the fun you're seeing is actually my Pinterest account. And well, welcome to my Pinterest channel or account, I guess. Alright, so today though I'll be telling you something different. I'll be showing you what I actually my pins and the pins that I saved on Pinterest. This consists of collection of various pins that I basically created, and the pins that I liked and saved from other collectors, other pinners, I guess. So what you're seeing right here is a collection of various types of boards, as you can see. Boards are basically like you could say folders, which actually keeps all the pins. So you can see there are many kinds of boards, and today I decided to show you all some of one of the boards. So if you want to know more about me, I guess I can show you some. See, the YouTube channel basically is the one which I post YouTube links on, or so something related to YouTube content is present in this board. And you got the favorite couple. Okay, there are many kinds of boards. So specifically today I'm gonna be focusing on a specific kind of board, which will be let me guess. So I'm gonna show you this one, favorites. You can see already the title, the ones that inspire my writing. Now this board basically contains pins that I saved. None of them are my own pins, by the way. They are pins from other users on Pininterest, whom you can obviously see. Now obviously I'm gonna show you all the pins one by one. Which things actually inspired my writing. So this one comes as my first pin. This one was you could say Super Sentai and Kamen Rider together. And let me just say, it was one of my epic moments ever. And yes, it basically is pretty inspiring. It's obviously the inspiring part here is that all Super Sentai Kamen Rider together gives the feeling of unity, bond, strength, which I basically focus on all of my stories. And it is a big part which let's look at Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. They all have their own series, and that's what probably inspired me to create my own series, Elastic Warriors, though I just made 3 installments of it. But yeah, it was inspiring on its own right. And this is actually a good picture that I got, featuring both Super Sentai as well as Kamen Rider. So that reason I picked it as one of my pins. Alright, this pin. And have you seen the name of who posted it? You can actually see it right here. So I guess you probably seen the other one too. Alright, now this one though, let me just say, it was obviously another thing that sort of inspired me. The personality change. This is another thing that actually inspires me a lot. Maybe I may not have stories based on that, but it is a pretty inspiring part. It may even be reflected later on, probably in my later stories. But yes, I'm thinking of, it also technically inspires my writing. It is Kamen Rider Deno, by the way. So you basically have this 4 imagines. They are called imagines here, and it's pretty funny to see that Ryotaro, the main protagonist, gets the personality change thanks to this imagines. And it was really interesting and pretty funny, and that's actually the funny part also inspired me a lot. I also watched some funny stuff. Kamen Rider also features some funny installments, and this is one of them, Deno. Next one is this one, Adventures Manga, and I just got the cover of it. And yes, it was pretty inspiring on its own right, actually letting me focus on the creativity part. From the manga I learned that creativity is also pretty important, and specifically looking at the trainer's creativity on it. I may not make content related to Pokemon, stories related to Pokemon, but yeah, but the Elementor was though is a bit close to Pokemon based on the typings and all. And yes, the uniqueness, the part which I found unique, I actually applied them on my stories, which is the inspiring part. Now this one, let me just say, it's basically favorites, meaning it was also one of my favorites, and this is Haikyuu. Haikyuu is an anime which one of my friends recommended it to me, And I'm just gonna thank the friend if he's watching it. Thanks a lot. It probably was the one which changed my life, let me just say. I previously just watched Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, and it was thanks to Haikyuu, for which I dived into the anime. I mean, I previously didn't really, I didn't watch anime, but thanks to me watching Haikyuu, I got the feel of what anime really looks like. And yes, it was pretty real. It had reality on it, and it felt pretty inspiring. And that's it actually encouraged me to dive into anime world, and probably that's why I'm probably getting better idea, I guess, or I would have probably been stuck in Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. So it's obviously thanks to Haikyuu that uh, I had actually went for anime. All right. Next up is this one. It is Tensou Sentai Goseiger. You know, I already said it is one of my favorites. Definitely, I really like the concept of angels, and you know, the fact is, it probably helped me in writing some fairy characters in two of my stories, obviously among which one of them is ongoing. So yeah, angels and fairies are almost similar, you can say, but yes, I don't feel they are totally similar. But yeah, it sort of inspired me. That's what I will say. Two of my stories, I guess. Now this one was Uchu Sentai Q Ranger, another Super Sentai series, and I'm just scrolling down so that you can see who posted it. You probably could see, right? Alright, Uchu Sentai Q Ranger was pretty inspiring on its own right. Because of the family party yet again. I mean, I just really liked watching this back in the day. It was, I mean, the fact was there were too many ranges altogether. 12 of them together. I mean, it was pretty unique and pretty interesting. I mean, I just really, I was just, what can I say, filled up with the bond. Everyone, by the way, were in the same species. They were from probably different planets, and they just were teamed up together, which was the interesting part. And it doesn't have a Power Rangers adaptation, by the way. Next was Mahou Sentai Magi Ranger. Okay, now this one probably looks like Mystic Force, but it is Mahou Sentai Magi Ranger, as you can already see. It's written in Japanese, though I cannot understand what's written. So anyways, it was also inspiring on its own right due to the fact that sibling bond was there. And my stories basically covers most of the sibling bond part. And that's why I guess I put it here, because sibling bond is pretty much reflected in almost most of the cases in my stories. And now this one was Deca Rangers. Okay, I really like this one. Deca Rangers was pretty good, let me just say. Even if it was based on police, it was based on detectives and all, and it was pretty good, let me just say. It really felt. The way the team worked together, it was all, obviously SPD is different and Deca Rangers is totally different, but you know, it's interesting part is it was based on detective and critical thinking. I really liked the way they think, solved cases, solved crime. That was the interesting part, and I was pretty much indulged in it. It entertaining, it was lively, I can say it was everything almost. And then you have this pin, which basically features all of the Kamen Riders together. I just wanted to add a pin which showed my liking towards Kamen Riders, and I really want to thank this guy whoever posted this pin. I also thanked him here. So Arthur, right? Thank you, man, for posting these pictures of, for posting so many Kamen Riders all together. You know, it just feels so full, what can I say? So full, looking like almost an unbeatable force. Same goes for Super Sentai if they're together. And just imagine Kamen Rider Super Sentai together. An almost unstoppable force, actually, so yeah. Alright. The next one is One Piece. And here it is. Oh, Animeverse. Oh, you can already see the names. I don't have to mention all of their names. And I really like this for a reason. You know, I really like the dynamic they possess in One Piece. Obviously it's an ongoing one, and let me just say I'm actually watching every episode that's released, and let me just say it's still interesting on its own right. And the team altogether looks so great. Again, as I said, I'm pretty glad of this bonding stuff, and this crew looks so much like a family coming together. So it's also definitely one of my favorites, you can already say. And One Piece idea, I'd actually use this idea in one of my stories. You can actually, I mean the concept, not the whole idea, a bit of the concept. You may find it out if you read. So anyways, now this one of the pictures that I got of Naruto Sasuke. I think it was a fan art, and whoever made it, it's looking pretty good. This is looking pretty awesome. Pretty much looking like, yeah, they are two brothers of the, uh, I mean two brothers of the, I mean reflecting the two opposite sides of two coins. That's how I see Naruto and Sasuke. And yeah, they are really looking like brothers here. Pretty good, the art that is. So, and then obviously the fact is, they actually had their own goals. One possessed power, another possessed bonds. So Naruto itself was pretty inspiring in that way, due to that nature. And I already discussed in my previous video about how Naruto could have been better, and I had no problems with Sasuke and Naruto. Their characters were pretty good, nicely developed. This one, let me just say, yeah, you know who it is? None other than Goku. Okay, the fun part I liked about Dragon Ball, well, it's pretty good if you watch it in Japanese, that's what I will say. It's pretty epic. The Super Saiyajin form, I mean, I'm saying Saiyajin because I watch Japanese, so yeah, I am pretty much habituated with saying Saiyajin rather than Saiyan. So, this is a Super Saiyajin form, I guess. And it was one of the first images that I saved as one of my favorites. I really liked this image because yeah, it looks pretty cool, especially the first part where Goku beat Frieza using a Super Saiyajin form. And then there was another like Super Saiyajin 2, which he actually, I mean he just went on evolving, which is the interesting part. Saiyajin goes on evolving, and that adds a new characteristic, I mean a variety to my to the anime I watched. And Goku actually adds to the variety, and I'm also thinking of probably making something like that. I actually followed the concept of Dragon Ball, maybe not the evolving stuff, but I really followed one or two concepts of Dragon Ball. As I said already, you may notice it in some of my stories, and that's why I kept it here. Now this one though, let me just say, I'm not really, it doesn't really inspire my writing, but yes, you can sort of say that it inspires me to write. And the reason is that I was pretty much interested in this anime rather than inspired. And it's already in favorites. So it's actually favorite because the concept here, you probably may or may not have watched it. So it's basically like the name was Science Fell in Love, so I had to do something like that. Science Fell in Love, I guess it will come right there. So, well, let me just say it's just based on science, and if you are on computer science background, it will be pretty interesting to you too. And just researching love altogether, it was a pretty interesting concept and pretty unique. So I really like this anime for that reason. And finally though, well, I also got this collection of Kamen Rider masks, a nice collection, so I kept it. It looks good, right? It consists of all Kamen Rider masks, and that's why I kept it in my inspirations. Because yeah, I was also at one time aiming for something like Kamen Rider Super Sentai series, which probably Celestic Warriors could be, depending on your support, I guess, or maybe if I have the will to write anymore. Alright now, so you have seen all my ideas. Obviously, let me know in the comments how do you like my inspirations, or maybe just my favorites. And well, be sure to follow me on Pininterest. And well, hope to see you all in the next video. And maybe just like if you like my choices, I guess, and please comment.